Bonjour mes amis, je m'appelle Lawrence, je suis visiteur à Maubeuge, qui se trouve dans le nord-est de la France. Well, good morning everybody, this is Lawrence Oxham here. Well, I'm in Maubeuge right now, the northeastern part of France, only 9 kilometers away from the Belgian border. And I'm here for the second night, let's say the second day, visiting Maubeuge. Whereabouts in Maubeuge I will visit is the Citadel. Here it is, here's the ramparts of the Citadel. Originally built by Vauban in the 17th century, and here's the River Sambre, where I've just ridden all the way from Charleroi along the River Sambre, reaching as far as I can get to here, before I will go further ahead tomorrow to Berlaymont, before proceeding to go ahead to go to Valenciennes, which is the main road leaving the Sambre River. And so here we go, the ramparts of the Citadel here at Maubeuge. Okay, gather that this is originally a citadel, you know, part of the fortification. This is now being converted to a zoo in recent years, for that matter. Now, why is that? Because since it's no longer in military use since the beginning of 1914, years later, it has been converted to a zoo where all the wild animals are now placed. And yeah. So that's pretty much it for as far as I can explain. It's the part of the fortifications, the ramparts, part of the Star Fortress built by Vauban. It's so intriguing to look at and also to visit. It has a lot of history to this place because most forts like this are built all over France by Vauban, who was the military architect during the time of Louis XIV, or Louis XIV, as they call it in French, the Sun King they call it. And of course, yeah, a lot of these star fortresses have been built for France's military power, for France to expand itself as far as it can get here, especially at Maubeuge. And of course, this fort has already experienced several sieges. For example, during the Franco-Prussian War, and also the latest was World War I in 1914. And so, yeah, this is how much it has experienced. It's so quiet this time round in Maubeuge because it's Sunday. So this means this is a perfect opportunity for me to come and visit the Citadel where nobody's about, or even there is no crowd of people about. So yeah, once again, this is one of the best opportunities for me to come and visit this place when I can do some filming. And so yeah, look at this building over here, built in the 17th century by Vauban himself. And look at the style of that architecture, bricks, granite stones, and even the stairs. The style of this building, it's just old, or let's say historical for that matter. That's the correct term to use. Speaking of historical, this gatehouse is called Porte du Mons Fortification, built in the 17th century, and I said it before. And another historical part of the fort is the ramparts as well. You see another stairs being built surrounding the gate. And so yeah, they have so much style here. And this is a memorial for the French army for experiencing all its wars, whenever it be First World War and Second World War. And this is a replica of a Renault tank. Actually, yes, it's the Renault Type FT in 1917. You can tell from the design. The design of this tank was pretty much the very beginning of tank warfare. The modern concept of the tank, for example, you could see the turret. But of course the turret has a machine gun in it, and it's pretty much early stages of tank warfare in 1917 before it evolves into even more bigger and powerful tanks. And so yeah, this is one clear example of a tank which has experienced combat for every regiment of the French army. And check out this symbol over there. This is the royal emblem of France. As you could tell from the fleur-de-lis, it has been decorated on the gate, which is way above the drawbridge. As you could tell, the chains attached to the wooden bridge, that's the drawbridge. And of course, here it's written in Latin, Ludovicus Magnus Rex Christianismus, yeah, something like that. And of course, it says 17th century, as you could tell from the Roman numerals. And here, this is part of the fortifications, the ramparts, the front part of the fort, and the other part of the ramparts. Of course, it has been upgraded in the 19th century as late as it gets to 1830 or even 1848. This is the rest of the bridge, another section here where you could tell ramparts over here and another type of ramparts. And this building over here is the guardhouse, which has been converted to a guardhouse museum, built in 1673, originally housing 15 soldiers for pass control whenever visitors will visit the place of Maubeuge to control. But of course, it has been abandoned since 1914. And check out this cannon over here. On the ramparts, you see the wooden structures. This is the ramparts, part of the fort. This cannon was actually built in the middle of the 19th century, 1850s or even 1860s for that matter. But of course, it has seen action during the Franco-Prussian War. Now, why would I assume that this is 1860s or even 1870s? Because you can tell from the style how the barrel of the cannon was designed. They still have a very old concept, very similar to the Napoleonic cannon, but the only difference is the metal structure. You see the wheels and part of the cannon which is supporting the cannon to be manned at the fort. And so, yeah, this is basically one example of how the cannon was used during the Franco-Prussian War of 1870 to 1871. And here, this is a memorial in a further distance of the French soldiers who got killed in action in World War I and World War II. Well, that's it. This wraps things up for today's video here at the Citadel of Maubeuge. I hope you really liked this video. Gather that it's very short and brief. At least you get the idea what the Citadel of Maubeuge really looks like. And of course, there are many other sources and videos explaining about the role the Citadel has played throughout history, from the days of Vauban in the 17th century all the way to the horrors of the First World War and Second World War as well. And so yeah, this is the military history of the Citadel of Maubeuge. And of course, the other part of the Citadel has been converted to a zoo, but this, where I'm standing right now, is the reminder of how the Citadel of Maubeuge really looks like, so that visitors can get the glimpse of what it was like, and as well taking time to visit and to understand the history behind it. And so, yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, and hopefully you liked the video. Have a nice day.